Good morning 10th class. I hope you all are taking care of your health as well as of your studies. Before starting today's chapter, I request all of you to take these classes very seriously and maintain a proper up-to-date notebook of what is covered up in these lectures, as these will be assessed for internal assessment. So all of you need to send question answers of chapter 1 of geography on my WhatsApp number along with your doubts and queries. Today's topic is first chapter of political science, which is titled as power sharing. In the beginning of this chapter, we have two case stories. The first case story deals with the country Belgium. Belgium is a small country in Europe. Let me show you its location in the world map of Europe. Here we have, this is Belgium. Can you identify its surrounding neighbors? This is Netherlands, then Germany. This is Luxembourg, and over here we have France. So you can identify four neighbors of Belgium. You need to learn all the four names as it can come in 1 marker question. So we have four neighbors: France, Germany, Netherlands and Luxembourg. The population of country of Belgium is less than that of Haryana. It's almost half of the population of Haryana, and let me give you a rough idea of population of Haryana. It's nearly 2 crore people. Now we'll discuss about ethnic composition of the country Belgium. Ethnic composition means the percentage of different social groups present in a country. So at first we have majority of the population is constituted by Dutch speaking people and they reside in the Flemish region. Alright. Then we have another major community, that is French speaking people. They constitute 40% of the population and they reside in Wallonia region. Rest 1% speak German language. Let me show you the map of Belgium to identify the location of different social groups in the country. So you can see in the north we have Flemish region, which is constituted by Dutch speaking people that comprises 59% of the population. Then we have French speaking people in the south, that is called as Wallonia region, and they comprise 40% of the population. This region is occupied by 1% German speakers, and here almost in the center we have the capital city of Belgium, that is Brussels. Do remember, the capital city of Belgium is Brussels. Now, the ethnic composition of the capital city, that is Brussels, is somewhat different from the rest of the country. Here we have the opposite. In Brussels, the majority of the population is comprised by French speaking people, that is 80%, and 20% people are Dutch speaking. Now, the problem was the minority French speaking people were rich and powerful, and Dutch speaking people have very less chances for their development. So there emerged social tensions in 1950s to 60s. Now, to accommodate these differences, in 1970 to 93, the government of Belgium made 4 constitutional amendments. First one was equal representation in central government. That means number of members of French and Dutch speaking people will be equal in central government. Alright. Now second is state government will not be subordinate to central government. That is, state governments will have some separate powers under their jurisdiction. Alright. And you can understand that state governments are mostly owned by Dutch speaking people because they were in majority. Equal representation in Brussels. Now in Brussels, that is capital city, French speaking people were in majority. Now, because Dutch speaking people have accepted equal representation of French in central government, so in return, French speaking people who were in majority in Brussels accepted equal representation in the capital city, which had separate government. One unique feature of this accommodation of Belgium is community government. So community government is the one which is elected by people belonging to one language community. That is, we have separate Dutch community government, French community government and German community government. Their main task is to deal with the cultural, educational and language related issues. This model of Belgium presented an example to the world of how to accommodate social diversity in a particular area. And as a result, Brussels, that is capital of Belgium, was accepted as headquarters of European Union. Alright. So this example of Belgium showcases that how a problem of social diversity or social differences can be handled by sharing of power. Alright, so what they did in Belgium is they shared the power between different social groups and hence avoided any problem. Another case story belongs to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is an island nation off the coast, Tamil Nadu. The population of Sri Lanka is almost equal as that of Haryana. Now, important point to remember is Sri Lanka became independent in the year 1948. Now, coming to its ethnic composition, we have majority of Sinhala speakers, which comprise 74% of the population. 18% are Tamil. We have two categories in Tamil. First is Sri Lankan Tamils. So they were natives, they were not outsiders. And another category is of Indian Tamils. Indian Tamils were those people whose forefathers have gone there in Sri Lanka to work as plantation workers. So total percentage of Tamil is 18%, out of which 13% comprises Sri Lankan Tamils and 5% comprises Indian Tamils. And rest 7% is comprised by Christians. Now the religion which is followed by Sinhala, that is majority of the population, is Buddhist or Buddhism, and Tamil speakers follow Hinduism or Islam, and Christians they speak both the languages, Tamil as well as Sinhala. Let me show you the map of Sri Lanka to showcase their location in different parts of the country. So here we have Sinhala, that is majority, 5% Indian Tamils, 13% Sri Lankan Tamils, and here we have Colombo, which is the capital city of Sri Lanka. Now the model that is accepted by Sri Lankan government is that of majoritarianism, according to which majority community should rule over a particular area. And to accomplish this, they accepted three changes. First is 1956 Act, according to which Sinhala was accepted as the only official language. So they did not consider Tamil as the official language. And another provision was that state will protect and foster Buddhism, the religion which is followed by the majority, that is Sinhalas. And third provision was state will give preference to Sinhala speakers in university positions and government jobs. So all the three measures were in against the minority community, that is Tamil speakers, and as a result they protested and it culminated into civil war. So civil war is the one which is restricted to a boundary of a particular nation, and they started demanding for Tamil Elam, that is a separate state for Tamil speakers. So this is how this showcases how the power sharing not accepted as a solution lead to a civil war in a particular area. So now your homework is to make notes of both the topics, and if you have any problem related to these two case stories, you can ask. Otherwise, send pic of your homework on my WhatsApp number. Rest of the topics will be dealt in next chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.